Engineering.com. This is going to be the first video edition, video post. I decided that from now on, maybe once a week, I'm going to do an actual video post now on the blog. For those of you who are new to life engineering is what I like to call, or the phrase that I use to describe the ability that we all have to engineer our lives and engineer our own success, our future. Too often we believe that we are held captive by our past or by our present, and we are unable to escape, where we are today. But at lifeengineering.com we discuss human potential. We discuss your potential, and we discuss the principles and the methods that you can use to change your life in meaningful and enduring ways. So that's lifeengineering.com. I'm Rusty Lindquist. Lifeengineering.com has been sort of my passion for a while. Only recently been made reality by creating this website and by starting to do these posts. I'm planning on devoting a lot of time to it, and so I hope you come back regularly and contribute, be a part of the society that we're building up. So today, for the first video segment, I decided to do something important. I think too often people have these things in their dreams that they've always wanted to do. Sometimes they're big dreams, and sometimes they're small dreams. But you know how it is. We all have goals and aspirations and just things that we've like, man, I've always just wanted to do that, and for some reason or another, we just don't. And sometimes the reasons why we don't do things, they're silly. Or at least they're not as substantial as we think they are. So one of the things I've always wanted to do is shave my head bald. It's crazy, I know, and I've just always wanted to do it. I've always wondered, what would I look like just totally bald? I'm a big believer in, low maintenance. I like efficiency. I like being able to, I always keep close cropped hair. I love being able to wake up in the morning and just not have to worry about it. But I thought, man, the epitome of that is just shave it totally bald. But I've always just been afraid to. I've been like, no, I can't do that. There's no way. And so I've been held back by this fear, and I don't even know what it was. And so finally yesterday I was sitting there thinking, not about this video, but I was talking to my kids. I have 6 kids, and it was time to give them all haircuts. And so I do that myself. And they said, Dad, you should shave your head bald. And I thought, you know what, I should. And so I sat down and I came up with a list. I said, okay, I'm going to deconstruct my fear. I'm going to try to figure out exactly what it is that has always held me back from doing this. It's a simple thing. Here's what I came up with. Number 1, I'm going to look stupid, or at least radically different, which is often interpreted as the same. And I thought, okay, so I know I'm going to look stupid. I don't have a good head for a bald person, but you know what? I can live with that. I can look stupid. That's not, that's not something that isn't, that I can't deal with. So, number 1 is off the list. Number 2, I might have an important meeting that I don't want to look stupid for. Well, then I started thinking about it, and I realized I really don't have meetings. I work here at my home office, having gained freedom of location in my career a while ago, which is something I highly advise. And when I do have a meeting, it's on the phone. And if I had somehow some meeting, emerge that I had to be to, I've delayed more important things longer, like freedom of time and pursuing my passion as my career. I could delay an important meeting for a couple weeks. My hair's going to grow back. So number 2 is off the list. Now we got down to number 3. Number 3 was the big one. My biggest fear, I think, is that my wife won't love me anymore. And then I talked to her about it last night, and she said that she would still love me. She just might not find me attractive. And so I thought, you know, well, something I've always wanted to do, she's still going to love me. You know, and who knows, maybe I'll come out of this looking like Yul Brynner or something. I don't know, we'll have to see. But then the pros were, I've always wanted to do it. And you know what, that should be enough. Next, my kids are going to think it's awesome. They're going to love it. And it's a good conversation piece, after all. I started realizing that, you know what, this is a real good visual metaphor of just doing what you want to do. Don't hold back. If it's something you want to do, just do it. And when people ask me, why'd you shave your head bald, as they are inevitably going to do, I'm going to be able to say, and actually I plan on pointing them back to this this video blog, and I'm going to tell them why. I'm going to say, I've always wanted to do it. I've never thought I should. Finally decided, why hold back? Just going to do it. You only live life once, you might as well live it while you can. But what I really discovered after having deconstructed my fears, which is a practice I highly recommend. When you deconstruct your fears and you force yourself to write them down, what you realize is that often your fears are not as substantial as you thought they were. And a large portion of what held you back was just the unknown or the unexpected, not the actual worst case scenario of things that could happen if you went and did that thing that you've been thinking of doing. And so that was something I learned, you know, from this is it's valuable to deconstruct your fears. And you should just go do it. Whatever it is you've been thinking about doing, whatever it is you've been wanting to do forever and you just haven't yet done, just go do it. So today I'm going to do it. I'm going to video the whole thing. I'm going to video my wife's reaction, my kids' reaction. Going to have a lot of fun with it. And in the next hour I'm going to be totally, completely bald. And we'll see how I look. Alright, we did it. We shaved my head. It was actually a lot of fun. The whole experience was quite enjoyable. And as I expected, my kids thought it was just awesome. It was actually interesting as I went about my normal social life after shaving my head. It was interesting how much criticism I got, which was exactly what I expected. And it brings me to the final point that I really wanted to make on this video blog, and that was part of the reason for really doing this in the first place. And that is what I call criticism conditioning.